fired up right now. I'd say, well, we have never seen this much momentum ever in the company of VME, guys. We've never seen this much momentum in the YPR Young People Revolution. I'll tell you what, man. Get your notebooks out, get your pens out. I'll tell you what, we have a list of speakers today that are absolutely going to blow your mind. Okay, if you're a speaker on the line, mute yourself. Right now, call down the speaker code. Definitely, mute yourself. But guys, I'll tell you what, man. This is Alex Warren calling in. A lot of you guys know the story. You guys know and understand how the YPR movement, really took action, really took place, you guys. And I'll tell you what, right now, for the next, 25, 30 minutes, we're going to share exactly what we did to get to where we're at. You're going to hear from some phenomenal leaders, you guys, including Diego Avila, currently making over $8,000 a month, just went presidential. Nick Ptak, presidential. Cody Barton, 19-year-old kid, making over $12,000 a month, you guys. Babiarz, the Midwestern monster, you guys, making over $12,000 a month. And then Darik, Alexander, Zero Ambassador, and under you guys. And then we're going to hear some closing thoughts from our leader, Mr. Barton. So really quick, guys, I'm going to jump into it. I'm going to share with you guys just some initial, if you're a speaker, mute your line. So I'm going to share with you guys some initial steps when you first get into business, what you need to do in order to become successful. And that all starts off with finding your why. This is the single most important thing, you guys, in the entire world, okay, of VMA to build your business. Because I'll tell you what, willpower only takes you so far. Willpower can get you to silver. Willpower can get you to diamond. Willpower can get you into a brand new BMW. But the why power is going to help you get through the tough times. The why power is going to keep you going when you show up to a home event, nobody's there. When you lose half a pop's leg. When your own family tells you it's a pyramid scheme. When your girlfriend breaks up with you because you think you spent too much time doing BEMA. Your why is going to get you to where you want to go. Because I'll tell you what, if your why is to retire your mom, your why is to retire your dad, your why is to pay for med school or pay for law school, you guys, you're not going to quit. Because when you quit on BEMA, you're no longer quitting on BEMA and your team. You're not quitting on retiring your mom. And I got news for you. None of you on the phone today are going to quit on retiring mom. So after this phone, you guys, I want you to get a half sheet of paper and write out exactly in detail why exactly you are doing this business. I want you to dig down. I want you to get emotional. I want you to really break through, okay, whatever layer you got to break through and figure out exactly why you need financial change in your life and why you decided to get on board with this YPR, the Young People Revolution, you guys. And after you figure out your why, you guys, obviously the first initial step you want to do is make your list of people, pen and paper. It's funny to me because a lot of people tell me, Alex, I want to be successful, Brad, I want to be successful, but, and then I'm like, can I see your list, man? And they're like, yo, I didn't even make a list yet. I'm like, dude, well, you got to make a list of people. You got to get a pen and paper out, pull up your Facebook, pull up your Twitter, pull up your phone book, and write down every single person you know that likes to make money and be healthy, which in my opinion is everybody. Right now in this economy, right now in this job market, right now in America in general, I know we have people calling it from Canada, people calling it from Mexico, I saw Hong Kong, Malaysia pop up, in Australia. The world economic is going through a crisis right now, and VEMA has become the solution for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people, young people, middle-aged people, and older people, to change their lives financially. So everybody needs what we have, guys. If people knew what we did, they would do what we do. All we do is we help people. We get paid to help change people's lives. Obviously, that sounds pretty damn good to me. And, Plan B, guys, you know what Plan B is? You know what Plan B is? Plan B is you go to high school, get your grades, go to college, get your grades, make your resume, go get a job, go beg someone to be broke to the restaurant, someone to tell you when to show up to work, when to eat lunch, when to pee, when to go home, how much money you're allowed to make. And one day you're going to be a 50-year-old man or woman in America and ask permission, but you can take your own family on vacation. That sounds like life to you. To me, that doesn't sound like life. To me, that sounds like merely existing. You don't want to exist. You want to actually live life. You want to travel where you want to travel. You want to have charities. You want to donate money. You want to build a school in Africa. Whatever you want to go do in life, I guarantee you VEMA can get you there. Like we always say, if you tell us what you want, we can show you how to get it through this VEMA opportunity. So figure out your why, guys. Make a list of people, and then learn to invite the right way. Brad Elk at the top of you guys, he said, Alex, inviting is the key to the vote. If you can invite somebody the right way to get on a three-way call, if you can invite someone the right way to get on the cycle, if you can invite somebody to watch a video on YouTube, you can invite somebody to show up to a home event, 6 out of 7 times, they're going to get on board, you guys, especially if you're younger on the call, guys. If you're between 16 and 25 years old, with 56% of kids graduating college with a 4-year degree, can't even find a job. And once again, I'm off for school. I know there's a lot of parents, on the line right now. I'm off for school. I have a 4-year degree. I'm impressed with education. I believe in school. I believe in education in America. But at the same time, like we always say, if you want to get into basketball, you're going to study Michael Jordan, soccer, David Beckham, golf, Tiger Woods. And if you want to learn how to make a lot of money, you can only learn from someone making a lot of money. You have to understand and distinguish the difference between an mom, your dad, your sister, your grandma, your grandpa, your professor, your teacher, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. They're going to tell you why things will work and why things won't work. And a mentor is somebody that has exactly what you want. This business, guess what? Battlecast is my mentor. Why? Because he has what I want. He's 27 years old, earning over $100,000 a month. You know what I do? I do what he does. And if you do what people do that have what you want, you're eventually going to go what they have. So guys, when you advise the right way, keep it simple. You know, don't be a robot. There's no cookie cutter way to advise someone the right way. But obviously it also has excitement. You know, excitement is number one most contagious human emotion. So if you're not excited, no one else is going to get excited, you guys. So get excited about it and get them to show up. Don't tell them too much. You know, well, I was taught, you know, be the messenger, don't be the message. I mean, don't tell them the whole Phoenix Suns, Dr. Oz, Oprah Winfrey, Michael Jordan, Sean Bobcat, Sean Merriman, the NFL guys. Just get them to show up. Hey, what's up? What's up, Steve? What are you doing tonight at 8 o'clock? Hey, man, I'm really excited. Let's go off this company. We got a really healthy energy drink, and then talk about somebody else. Hey, I'm working with my friend, you know, Danny. This kid's 19 years old, making, you know, $3,000 a month, and he's about to help me blow this thing up in Sterling, Illinois, or Columbus, Ohio, or Hong Kong. Wherever you guys are, man, you got to be excited, and you have to be, you know, clear cut to the chase. Just get super excited about it, but you got to show up to hear about it. And when they ask you questions, you know what you say? You know what? I can't explain to you a multi-million business over the phone. You just got to show up and hear about it. Well, I'm still in training. You just got to show up to hear about it. Let me connect with you, my mentor, who's, you know, 13 years old, making this amount of money a month. Meaning, take the pressure off your shoulders and put it on somebody else. Until you're making money in this business, guys, no one wants to hear it coming from you. You have to take it off yourself and throw it on somebody else, guys. So make your list, get your why straight, advise the right way. Goal setting, you guys. Set big goals. Set scary goals. Where do you guys want to be in 30, 60, 90 days? Where do you guys want to be a year from now? Years from now? Where do you guys want to be? August 1 through 3, guys. San Diego Next Level Leadership Weekend event, the most important event, without convention in the whole world. Avila, where do you want to be? That Saturday night, guess what? We walk across stage, you guys. You guys get plaques, you get certificates for accomplishing your goals. Okay, where do you want to be? What rank do you want to be highlighted and spotlighted at this event? What rank do you want your people to be? You guys, remember, in order to grow your business, you have to take your eyes off yourself and put it on your team. The next 5 people you're going to talk to, the next 5 people I'm going to interview, we're going to give you specific golden nuggets on how to become a true success story in this company, guys. They are where they are today through hard work, dedication, desire, blood, sweat, and tears, and taking their eyes off on themselves and putting it on their team, their family, their people, guys. It's all about your team, your people, your family. It's not about you. Battle Chasm does not make the money he makes. He's Battle Chasm instead of Vima. He is good at helping other people get to where they want to go. I'm not where I am because Alex Ford's good at Vima. I'm good at helping other people get to where they want to go. Same with Diego, Nick, Cody, Max Babiarz, Darik, Alexander, guys. They've helped tons and tons and several and dozens of kids get in a brand new car. They've helped kids get to a 6-figure income, you guys. That's where they're making the money that they're making. So really quick, you guys, I'm going to jump into it really quick. You know, I want you guys to take the next 20 minutes. I'm going to interview some of the top leaders, and not just FEMA, in the network marketing industry, guys. We are all under the age 27 years old, earning a multiple 6-figure income. And I'm going to really dive deep. I'm going to really, you know, dive deep and really ask them questions that are going to pull out of their subconscious, their conscious minds. And I really want you guys to be taking care of. So if you're on the phone today, I just got a text from my dad. We have over 1,600 different callers on this line. So if you're one of the 1,600 people, you're a leader, guys. It is, what's today's date? Saturday? Friday? It's Thursday, guys. Guess what? It's a Thursday at 12:12 p.m. You are a leader. You're not out at the pool. You're not drinking. You're not smoking. You're not playing Xbox. You called into a phone call to learn how to become successful. You called in to learn how to become the next success story in this company. You called in to better yourself, which in turn is going to better you as a person, which is better your business, which is going to better your team in general, and you guys can get to where you want to go. So all I ask you guys to do is take notes, zone in, stop texting your friend, they're probably broke, tell your mom, but, you know, stay in the kitchen, and just zone in on what we're going to share with you for the next 15 minutes, because it can literally change your life. And before I interview the first speaker, you guys, I want you guys to make the decision right now. Like right now, make the decision right now that says, you know what? I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of working at JOB, Journey of the Way. I'm sick and tired of watching my mom work 2 jobs. I'm sick and tired of watching my dad work at 55 years old when he should be playing golf every day and sitting his butt on the beach. I'm sick and tired of driving a crappy car. I want a new Beamer. I want a new Benz. I'm sick and tired of not being a success story in Beamer. Because I got news for you. Everyone you're about to hear from, guys, they made their decision. They're not that smart. They're not that good looking. They're not that intelligent. They made the decision one day and said, you know what? I'm done. I'm burning the ship. There's no more plan B. I'm going to light myself on freaking fire, and I'm going to go out there and become the next big success story in Beamer. You know what? They went out there and they did it. So with that, I want to introduce you guys to the first speaker, one of my close friends. I mean, this guy definitely has, in my opinion, the most powerful story that I've heard in my 25 months, doing Vima. So Diego Avila, brand new presidential, you guys. When you're presidential, the kid's 20 years old. He is now earning a minimum of $2,000 a week. So Diego, if you're out there, man, why don't you tell everybody, your quick story? And if you don't mind, man, share with everybody out there listening, why you do this business and what keeps you up at night.
Yeah, of course, you guys. Well, obviously, you guys have already heard the story. I come from a very, very humble background. Please understand, before this entire thing, we talk about starting from the bottom. I used to be the kid that literally had to scrub toilets at a hotel. I had to ride my bike for about an hour and a half just to get to work, just because that's how bad we needed the money in my family, you guys. So understand that regardless of what type of background you come from, I've been there. I've struggled financially before, and you just have to use that as your motivation. You have to use that as your why. You see, when I first got started with this, my family, especially my mom, you guys, she meant the world to me. I was willing to sacrifice whatever it is, that I had to sacrifice. I was more than willing to not see her for, months at a time just to make this happen for me. I knew that she was struggling financially. I knew that my dad was struggling financially. So I used that as my motivation. I used that as my why. I used that as the reason as to why I never went to bed early. I was willing to stay up, every single night, you guys, because I had a really, really big reason. When you see your parents struggle financially, when you see your mom, when she comes home, her back's hurting, you guys, when you see your dad literally complaining about his back constantly, you can't just sit around and, smoke weed and just chill with your friends. You got to do something about it. And that's exactly what I took upon myself. I started traveling to a lot of different locations, you guys, and obviously, through this entire business, your why is going to change as you reach your goals, okay? So, for me right now, my why, you guys, is just to give my family everything that they deserve. Alex just talked about, my dad should be right now on the beach, in Bora Bora, just enjoying his life. That's exactly what I want to provide for him. If they provided everything that I have right now, why on earth should I just sit around and not give them everything that they deserve, to themselves? So that's my why. And also, one of the great things that Barton said was, when your why gets stronger, the how gets easier, right? So how do you build upon that why? Well, how you do that is by forming bonds with the people on your team to the point where they're so close to you that their why becomes yours. And the more people that you basically, create a brotherhood where, become sisters with someone, you have to do that because once you create that bond and it's so strong that their reason for doing this becomes your own, that's when your why gets stronger. That's what literally will push you day in and day out to stay up, till 2 a.m., till 5 a.m., to 7 a.m. if you have to make this happen. You have to understand, we literally have the opportunity of a lifetime, literally in front of us. And it's your choice to decide whether or not you're going to take it, because if you don't, somebody else will. And you have to decide, do you deserve this enough to the point where you're willing to sacrifice nights, you're willing to sacrifice parties, you're willing to sacrifice whatever it takes to get to your goal. And that's the main point about this, you guys. You have to, be willing to sacrifice whatever it is that you have to sacrifice to get to your goal. So keep that why in front of you every single day, day in and day out, you guys, because that's really going to be the fuel to your fire. That's what's going to motivate you every single step of the way.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, hey, man, thanks for jumping on the call. Really quick, I have one question, for you before you go. I know you're out in Ohio, man, doing meetings. What was the turning point? What was the turning point for you in your business? So there's a lot of new callers on the line today. There's almost 2,000 callers on, right now they're trying to become the next Diego Avila. And I just want to know, what was the turning point for you in your business that helped to get you where you are, today? Maybe that aha moment where you just realized that, wow, this really could literally change my life.
Yeah, of course. Well, I feel like my turning point, was when I finally decided to leave home. I had to make a choice, either to prove my parents right or prove them wrong. I wanted to prove them wrong. I wanted to show them that I can actually do this. So I basically just burned my bridges. Now, I'm not saying that, if you guys have a job right now, I'm not saying don't quit your job. I'm saying, build this income to the point where it's, it's enough money for you guys to actually quit your job. And my point is that I literally had nothing to go back to. And when I actually had so many people looking at me, I told them, I'm going to make this work. I'm going to make this work. My reputation was on the line. My family's, future was on the line. So I feel like the turning point for me was definitely, when I got to a point where I had absolutely nothing to go back to. When I realized that this was literally the only way for me to become successful, that I actually did it. Now, if there was one thing that I could change, you guys, it would be, honestly, just starting before you see the results. I was taking more after I burned my bridges, after all my friends were depending on my leadership, you guys, that's when it all, came into place for me. Just kind of sparked the leadership, and that's when everything falls and rises with this business for sure.
Awesome. Hey, man, thanks for jumping on. And obviously, I'm super proud of what you, in conjunction with all your, leaders have done. And, man, I took some notes on what he just said, you guys. If you're not taking notes, man, I don't know what the hell's wrong with you. But I just took some notes on Diego Avila. He said, number one, it's an opportunity of a lifetime, guys. You are sitting on a legitimate gold mine. Whether you're bronze, silver, gold, diamond, or Star Royal Ambassador, you are still sitting on an absolute financial gold mine for you, your friends, your family, and your future family. He talked about how powerful his why is. That why kept him going at night, guys. He talked about sacrificing, watching that NBA game, sacrificing going to that party, sacrificing taking that girl out to dinner, and focusing on your Avila business, you guys. And the one thing that I took from him that really, really stuck out was Diego's conviction, meaning his belief in himself, meaning he had two choices: to prove his parents right or prove them wrong, guys. And his conviction, his belief in himself as a human being, said, you know what, I can make this thing happen. So next up over here, guys, you're going to hear from one of mine, a guy that I actually look up to in some aspects of my life. He's definitely taught me to have balance in my life, and really, taught me just some good stuff, man. And Nick Ptak's kind of become very, very, very close to me. We definitely met him out at Arizona State University, and he has definitely a different type of story. He's not just some crazy, successful, rocket ship success story guy. He struggled. He's going to talk about he struggled. I know that being a corporate and all these YouTube videos and all these Facebook posts and all this stuff, all you guys see is, the lollipops and the fairy tales and the partying and the money and the watching the cars, guys. But we're going to talk about in this call, the struggles that we had. Because right now, the 1,800 people on this call, you guys are going through something right now. People are telling you, people are quitting. People are telling you it's not going to work, guys. We went through every single thing you're feeling. Guess what? We felt it. Guaranteed 100%. Nick Ptak got told no by everybody and their brother, you guys. And it was really a big struggle for him. And now, he made the decision, guys, one day, and he literally just took off into the atmosphere, you guys, and he just went presidential, you guys, once again, another six-figure burner. So, Nick Ptak, if you're out there, man, share with everybody, maybe your quick story while you're doing the business, and I'm going to ask a couple questions. I really want to pick your brain on how you became, so successful.
Yeah, what's up, guys? How you doing? I'm out here in Alcott, Pennsylvania, visiting my, PA team at Ryan Young, Ben Golding, Bears. But, I'm 23. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. And I started a business 18 months ago, got invited to a Phoenix Suns game by my friend, Bob Spitzinger, who doesn't do the business, and he got invited by this girl, Devin Arnold. So if you're on the call, thanks, Devin. You really helped change my life. Devin Arnold and Joe Smith were at the Suns game. Shout out to Big Flops. He was out there doing some work, basically telling me this is a business. Went to the Suns game, heard about it, and then decided to officially come on board after 3 weeks of, hearing about it. I wasn't an immediate, story of someone who just really believed in it. First, it took me a while. I remember met you, Alex, my third exposure. Got in the business. It didn't start off fast for me. Did not at all start fast. I had some struggles with it. I was at Arizona State University. I was working 2 part-time jobs. I was basically I was a server at first at my restaurant, J. Alexander's, before it closed down. And then I got fired for not shaving my face, guys. I got fired. I got denied pay from a restaurant based on my physical appearance. And when I knew that they could take away income for me to live, for me to eat, for me to put gas in my tank, based on the fact that I didn't shave my face, I knew I had to make a change. I was working part-time as a residential advisor at my dorm at Troy Apartments, ASU, and that's where it started to, really change. I had a meeting at my dorm at ASU. Long story short, that Babiarz, who you're going to hear from later, who's now Star Presidential going ambassador this month to go. I met him and had a Vima meeting at the dorm, and he came on board, and again, did not start really fast. Well, Alex, asked me some questions a little bit, but I want to tell you guys, you just got to stick with this. Zach almost quit on me, and we almost quit on each other in March last year. I remember the time. So this didn't take off for me until really last summer, and then I started to really build this thing. So just, hopefully I can share with you guys a little bit of how I managed to get through the struggle, guys. Been in this for 18 months.
Awesome. Well, hey, man, I got to ask you a couple questions because, obviously your story, I'm sure a lot of people on the phone can relate to, because I know there's a lot of people on the line that have been in it, they've been doing meetings, they've been doing calls, they're not yet seeing the results. So, maybe what would you do differently today? If you were to start literally today, get your summer pack today, what would you do differently today in your Vima business than what you did
science. It's like the core of what your existence and being is in your human business. Your why powers you through every up and down, through every trial and tribulation, because if your why isn't strong enough, it's going to fail. You're going to fail at this business. You're not going to want to go through it when people call it a scam and a scheme. So step one, I would really get a clear, defined why. It has to be bigger than money. It has to be something where you want to retire your mom and dad. My why is I want to put my mom in a beach house. She has really bad health problems. She can breathe better air by the beach. I want to buy her a beach house. Retire my mom and dad. Start a charity foundation in 1 to 2 years. I would start with a clear and defined why. Second thing, I would not mass promote on Facebook. Write that down. I would not mass promote on Facebook. I would make a clear strategy as to how I would approach my friends. I would make a gigantic list, and I wouldn't prejudge a single person, guys, because the people that I didn't think would do well with this, I wasn't sure if Zach would do well with this. He got in the business. Obviously, I was wrong. He started presidential in the biz. You got to understand, don't prejudge anyone. Make a gigantic list of people. It's pretty simple. I just follow what Alex said because Alex listened to Brad and Brad listened to Tom. You just listen to what the upline says. It is literally pure gold. They're not trying to lead you astray. So 1, make a clear, defined why. 2, make a list. 3, do not focus and continue to bother the people who don't want to do this, okay? That's one thing I continue to do. And don't argue with the people on Facebook who are telling you it's a scam and a scheme. Don't be sinking to their level. Don't be posting on Facebook, being a great opportunity. That's obviously a lot of people saying, oh, it's a scam, and then commenting back, okay? And step 5, I would get, basically a good core group of people together. What I would do differently over my silver pack is I would get a clear core group of people together in my hometown, my home city, that I can say, hey, we're going to all work at this together. In the next 3 months, we're going to quit our part-time jobs. In the next 6, 12 months, we're going to all travel together. And you guys are going to be my core, because you need a core group of people that you're going to ride and die with this business, that you can go around and you guys can count on each other, that you're going to be there through the ups and downs. You need that culture of people that, you're building that, home event culture. You're building that culture of why people are doing business. You know why they're doing it, and you guys are there for each other. You got to build the family, because when you build a family, you build a business.
Awesome. Well, hey, man, thanks for jumping on the line, you guys. And once again, I'm taking notes. If you just saw on the call, you better be taking notes on what Nick just talked about. And he said the things I pulled from all the info, you guys, is he talked about the why. Again, why is the most important thing to you, your family, and your business, you guys. And he said it has to be more than money. Your why can't be just to make $1 million, guys. You know what? You're never going to make the $1 million. If your why's to make $1 million, you're never going to make the $1 million, you guys. Number 2, he said keep it personal when you're inviting people, man. Keep it personal. Pick up the phone. You're a human being. Pick up the phone. Call your friend. And remember, nobody cares what you know until they know that you care. Nick Ptak did not give a damn of what Alex Morton thought, said, or stood for until he knew that I legitimately told him to his face, you know what, man, I'm going to help you get to $1,000 a month. And until he firmly believed in me that I was going to help get to $1,000 a month, which obviously occurred in tenfold, you guys, he didn't care what the knowledge I had. I didn't care what Brad O'Castle was talking to me about until I knew that Brad O'Castle was a genuine human being that legitimately said, you know what, Alex, you're graduating in 2 years from Arizona State. I want to help you make money. I want to help you get to where you want to go. Because that's the thing Nick talked about, is you have to legitimately care about your people, guys. And number 3, trust in the upline, trust in your leadership, trust in the people that are going to help you get to where they want to go. So once again, you guys, Tom Alcastle's #1 income earner in the world. Avila, one of my mentors, one of my close friends, you guys, he taught his son Brad Alcastle. So I think Brad got the right knowledge from his dad. His dad made $400,000 last month. Brad learned the knowledge. Brad taught me. I taught Nick, guys. Nick's going to teach whoever's in his group. Meaning, anybody above you is getting the knowledge from the source. So they're not going to lead you astray. Okay, you should trust in your upline. Meaning, if they say turn right, you probably should turn right, because they're not going to, steer you in the wrong direction. So once again, guys, keep it a family atmosphere, build that culture. You guys keep it personal, trust me up on, and figure out your why. And it must be more than money. So next up, the youngest on tonight's call, you guys, and definitely, not the least income. This kid, I'll tell you what, man, met him at 17 years old at a McDonald's, man, and this is not a lie. McDonald's making Big Mac cheeseburgers, and I will never let that go. When he's royal ambassador, I'm still going to talk about his freaking, when he was making cheeseburgers at McDonald's, you guys. But at 17 years old, Cody got involved in the business. His whole high school laughed at him. Some of his own family laughed at him, you guys. And you know what? In a year and a half time, he's from 0 to last month. He skipped the presidential race, you guys, and went star presidential at the age of 19 years old, which now minimum is $3,000 on a weekly basis at 19 years old, guys. driving a brand new car, paid for by the company, guys, and honestly, he's one of the most phenomenal leaders and hardworking kids, I've ever met in my entire life, but I'm proud to call him, my little brother, you guys. So really quick, Cody Barton, if you're out there, very quick story, why you're excited, and then I'm going to ask you a couple questions to help the people on the line today, really take their business to the next level.
All right, man, that sounds good. Well, guys, I'm excited to be able to speak on here and share some knowledge with you guys, but, really, like Alex was saying, everything that you guys kind of see, you see the stuff on Facebook, you see, all the success. It seems like everyone just shoots like meteorites, like all the way, to success. It's no like ups and downs. But the thing is, when I started, we didn't really know what we were doing. There's no high school success story yet. It was just Alex, and some of my friends didn't even want to believe that, in high school that this thing was going to work. So, I started the thing my senior year, and really just got excited at the opportunity that there's something different than working a part-time job, that there's something different than, having to work 2 jobs while in high school just to be able to afford to pay for gas and, for the car and all the things that you have to pay for. And so I got on board with this, really just developed and got a core group of some guys and girls that really saw the big picture and really just wanted to take this thing. And I wasn't the fastest success story in the entire world. It took me, almost 2 months to hit the first rank in the company, almost 4 months to hit the second rank in the company. So I was slow at ranking, guys. There's people that are doing that in their first 30 days hitting diamond, qualifying for the car. Okay, so you guys have to understand that, we're Diego, we're Nick, we're Darik, we're all of us are Alex. Okay, it took us time. It didn't just happen overnight. And so over the last, year and a half I've been involved in the business, it's been a grind. It's something that, put in the time, put in the effort, did the calls, missed the parties, didn't go out. Instead of doing, things with my friends, I was just at home doing calls, doing personal development, doing the things that I know that were going to build my business so that I could set myself up for a better future. Because the thing is, if you're sitting around doing nothing with your life, if you're sitting around smoking weed, playing video games, whatever, just BSing, the thing is, what I realized was my friends were doing that, and I was like, I don't want to be where my friends are at. I saw Alex, I saw what he was doing, I saw what Alex Hassan's lifestyle was like, and I was like, I'm going to be like them, I'm going to follow what they did. And that's what really, it all comes back to the why. This whole entire call is surrounded by that why of why you want to build the business. You see what somebody else has, all you really have to do is duplicate it, and that's all I've really done. There's no secret to, getting to where you want to be in the business. You just have to follow what somebody else has done and just duplicate it. And that's really it. I mean, it's been, a journey over the last year and a half building the business, but, really thankful for where it's gotten. But, I mean, Alex, go ahead and, whatever questions you have.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, I know. Thanks for jumping on the call. I know you're a busy man doing stuff. I'm not gonna keep you too long, but obviously, you being 19 years old, it's definitely a rarity. And I know this month you're now going to become the youngest ever ambassador leader, making $250,000 a year at 19. That is just that's great. But here's a solid question for you, man. I know you're a little bit younger than me. 19. I'm 23 years old. What is the one behavior or trait that you look for when finding new people for your business and or people already in it? What are the kind of leadership traits that you look for in somebody that says, hey, let's really look, who do you look for? What do you look for in somebody that when you choosing your next leaders, what kind of behavior or traits do you look for in your team members that say, this guy or this girl could be the next, Cody Barton or the next Nick Ptak? What are some of the traits that people on the call tonight need to start developing, and the habits they need to start developing to take their business to the next level?
Well, I mean, the thing that really stands out to me is just, becoming a pillar in the community that you're surrounded by, meaning that you stand out in the group that you're around, where you're the person that you say you're going to do something and you do it. Meaning that if you're going to, you're going to show up to the event, you're going to show up. I kind of have a 3-strike rule with people where if I'm, I'm looking to reach out to people within my organization, this is how I save time. This is something that, when in your business, you want to spend 80% of your time on 20% of the people. This is how I save time. I have a 3-strike rule with people in my organization where I will reach out and try and work with people 3 times. Okay, so say the first time I'm trying to get them to, I'm just trying to hit them up and be like, hey, hey John, okay, what do you have going on tomorrow? Let's get you trained tomorrow at this time. They're like, yeah, sure, I have nothing going on. Let's do it. And then maybe they bail on the training, and then that's someone that I was trying to reach out to, trying to, help them, teach them how to build the business. If they bail, unless it's some dire circumstance, that's strike 1.
realizing that they aren't taking it serious to want to get trained. And then the second time I say, hey John, tomorrow there's a home event at, 5 o'clock. I know you haven't been to very many home events. You should come check out the home event. Let's meet up. Let's talk. Let's train, game plan what we need to do to, help you start getting some people on board in the business. Hey, if they don't, if they're like, yeah, I'll be there. If they don't show up, strike 2. Strike 3 is just, another thing. If they flake or bail on, it's done. I will not reach out to that person again unless they specifically reach out to me. And that's what you guys have to realize as your leaders. Everyone on here is a leader. They're trying to develop and better your business. You cannot waste your time on the people that do not want to put in their time. So you need to spend the time with the people that want to work. And, you really will see the people that are consistently being in contact with you on a daily basis. I work with the people who want to work. You can't waste your time on the people that are just out there, oh, I'll do something today. Oh, I don't know about tomorrow. I'm not going to respond tomorrow. Or, oh, I feel like doing BEMA this week. Next week, I'm probably not going to do anything with it. I work with the people that want this every single day. Every single day for wanting to do the calls. Every single day want to do the events. Every single day doing the trainings. Every single day they're trying to better themselves. No matter if they're, having the most massive success or not, I'm going to continue to work with that person because they want it. And that's the thing is, you really have to figure out who wants it, because that's who's going to, develop the leadership skills, develop the communication skills, develop, all of the skills that you need for them to be successful in the business as a leader. So, really, I just look and I just watch what people do. Instead of listening to what people say, I watch what they do. Because actions speak louder than words every single time. People say, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Hey, I watch what they do and see what their actions are. And that's what you guys have to understand. Don't listen so much to what people say, but see what they do. That's what I do, and distinguishing who I'm going to spend the most time with in building the business. And again, 80% of your time with 20% of your people. But, that's really the behaviors I look for out.
All right, Cody, hey, thanks for jumping on. And once again, if you're new on the call, I know we just hit 2,000 people on the call, you guys. I'm really proud of everyone taking notes and really staying focused here. I know it's a longer call, but hey, you're getting some knowledge. You're getting golden nuggets to take your business to the next level. So a couple of things to take away from Cody Barton, you guys, once again, 19 years old, making over $12,000 a month. You guys, he said it's a marathon, not a sprint. Meaning, right now, if you're struggling in your business right now, if you're not where you want to be right now, if you're, you're going through heartache right now, you're going through times where people aren't showing up to events, they're quitting on you, it's not going where you want to go. Guess what? Keep on pushing through. Or give up, quit, cancel your ownership, and then regret it for the rest of your life. You have two choices, guys. You are in a company in year 8 that's barely doing $100 million a year last year in sales, guys. This is going to the moon, going to Mars, and we're going to go to heaven and get going on the silver packet, guys. So don't quit, man. Just keep going. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Cody stress, personal development, guys. Some of my personal favorites: Tony Robbins, Les Brown, Darren Hardy, Albert Kiyosaki. Personal development, growing your mind, expanding your brain, expanding your horizon and knowledge, you guys, to get you where you want to go. He also said, if you say you're going to do something, then guess what? Do it. You understand? If you're going to say you're going to do it, if you say you're going to be at the event, get your ass to the event, okay? If you're on time, you're late. Get there 10 minutes early. Shake hands, take pictures, do whatever you got to go do. But if you say you're going to do something and you're a leader on this call, you guys better do it. So really quick, you guys, next up, one of my good friends, you guys, I'm actually in his home state of Illinois. Right now I'm working with his, group of monsters, you guys, Zach Babiarz, definitely, if you met him, a year ago, you would not say, man, this guy's going to be a, six-figure earner of network marketing. No, he was an MMA, fighter, beating people's faces in, at the gym, partying at Arizona State, guys, and thankfully, Ptak brought him into our BEMA business, you guys, and he came back to Illinois and grew a team from 0 to over, 2,000 people. And this month, he's going to hit the level of ambassador in BEMA, you guys, which is, it's $250,000 a year. But, Zach Babiarz definitely, one of my close friends, you guys, and the kid's work ethic is legitimately, sickening to the point where while you're sleeping, he's working, while you're eating, this kid's working, while you're partying, this kid's definitely, he's still working, man, and that's why he's gone 0 to $250,000 a year. So Zach Babiarz, man, if you're out there, man, why don't you say what's up to the world of BEMA, tell them, why you're excited, what keeps you at night, and really where you see this thing going, in the next 30, 60, 90 days.
All right, cool. What's up? Thanks, Alex. I'm super pumped to be on this call right now. Just to give you guys a heads up, I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit doing calls. It's massive events, a 150-person event last night or 2 nights ago with UF. So it's crazy. It's crazy what is happening and what's going on with this. So what I can do best is share with you guys my knowledge. From my experiences, and everything I've learned from them, the leaders, the people in this business, it's completely changed my life. But yeah, I heard about it at ASU. My story real quick. I was walking through my dorm lounge, like Nick said, met you, and I met Nick, and I was trying to thank you guys for, really, bringing me into this business, taking me into open arms, mentoring me, and helping me become that leader, helping me develop myself and grow into the person I am today. Because I'm definitely not the same person. I have definitely grown into a more improved version of myself, and that's what I love about this business. So, like Cody was saying in the beginning, he struggled. So did I. So did Nick. Everyone has to struggle, and you guys got to realize that's okay. That's fine. That's good. You embrace the struggle. Okay, there's always struggle before success. And you got to think about it this way. If this was just a smooth ride, rocket ship right to the top, no struggles, no worries, everything just happened exactly the way you wanted it to happen, then where would the rewarding feeling be? How rewarding would that be when the success finally came? It wouldn't be as rewarding. You have to go through that. You have to learn from your mistakes. So embrace the struggle and learn from our mistakes. Don't do what we did. Don't make the same mistakes we did. So if you guys are on this call, it's awesome. You're learning from what we have experienced. So yeah, it's nuts. What this has done. I'm back out in Illinois, my hometown, right now. Doing events, meeting new people, and I'm just talking to some of my friends. Just having a conversation, going out and see where they're at. And a lot of them are stuck. A lot of them are. I just go out to dinner with my friends. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. Like I think I'm gonna a couple more years of school. I don't have any jobs lined up. It's scary, and I'm glad that I heard about this, that I can share this opportunity with them, and they don't have to stress out. They don't have to stress out about not finding a job, not have to worry about what's going to happen or paying off those bills or student loans or anything, because this opportunity can help them. And guys, this opportunity. The way I look at it, it's hope. It's a healthy energy drink, healthy product, but it's really hope in a can. It's hope for those people that don't know where they're going, don't know what to do, and are struggling. So a big reason why I'm doing this is for one word, and that's freedom. Okay, freedom. And freedom of what? Time freedom, right? To do what you want to do. All right. Financial freedom, to not have to worry about money. Guys, I can't tell you how great the feeling is to not stress out about paying bills or worrying about money all the time. Just being freedom of stress in general. Freedom to travel. Freedom to see the world, live your life. Like Alex was saying, a lot of people are just existing. And I was that guy. I was existing before. I didn't really know it. I didn't have direction. But now I feel like I'm truly living the life I want to live, and helping other people do that too. So I have an opportunity. You guys have an opportunity in your hand that's even better than it was when I first heard about it, because of the tools and the success stories and the people supporting you. But you have an opportunity in your hand. You have to hold it as gold. Like this opportunity is very, very valuable. And by you even sharing this with someone else, you're giving them gold. You're giving them something that can change their life. Okay, you have to understand and have that mindset that this is great. This is an amazing opportunity, and you need to tell your friends about this. You cannot You cannot ignore or blocking some of your friends from hearing about this. Depriving them from doing that. They need to hear about this. So how I went from zero to six-figure income, guys. The biggest thing for me is, like I said before, I'm a different person today. The biggest thing for me was the mindset shift, the personal development. Okay, it's very, very important. I stress this to everyone on my team. Personal development is huge. You have to develop yourself as a person before you can develop your income. You have to increase your knowledge. You have to study these successful people. You have to understand that you bring value to the marketplace. And the more value you can bring as a person, the more valuable you are to your team and your organization and your business, the more valuable you are, the more valuable you are to the marketplace, the more money you're going to earn. And that's how it works. It's bottom line. So, take the time out of the day. When you're driving in your car, you're working out, you have your headphones in. When you're sitting around doing nothing, or you're with your team, you're power building, whatever you're doing, take the time, invest in yourself, invest in the future, and develop yourself. Personal development. Study these guys. Study like guys like Bob Proctor, Jim Rohn, all these legends of personal development. This guy's that's really going to take your business to the next level. That's going to develop your leadership and always be improving. Always develop your leadership skills. Always develop yourself. You're either spiraling upward or you're spiraling downward. Always be improving yourself every day. Take at least 20 minutes, 30 minutes to an hour to be studying successful people, learning from them, increasing your confidence, increasing your knowledge, and really growing yourself. And guess what, guys? This is not just going to help grow your business dramatically and everything like that, but it's going to grow your relationships with your friends, even outside of the business. It will grow your relationships with your parents, your family. It's going to grow you as a person, make you a better, whole, well-rounded person, and you're going to see a difference. You're going to see the change, and you're going to see the change in your business, and it's going to be unbelievable.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, that was damn, dude. That was some phenomenal information. And some of the things I took away from what Zach Babiarz, Star President Segal, Ambassador just said. He said, embrace the struggle, meaning embrace the struggle, meaning when you hit a tough time in your business, man, keep on, keep it on, you guys. He also said, birth to him has become hope and a can. Our number one product, like BK Branco said, you guys, our CEO and head coach, you guys, he said, you know, Vima's number one product, you guys, is hope. Because right now in America, people are looking for other opportunities. People are looking for ways to supplement their income. People are looking for ways to develop different streams of income. And what Vima is that it is hope and a can. And honestly, the 6-letter word that I love, or the 7-letter word I love, you guys, he talked about, he said freedom. Birth brings freedom, guys. That's what we're after. Freedom to do whatever you want to go do. Freedom means waking up when you're done sleeping. Freedom is having 6 hours to 1 Sunday. Freedom is doing whatever you want, whenever you want, with whoever you want, as much as you want, for as long as you want, you guys. That's what Verb is doing. If you get to see the 6-figure income, guys, you can do whatever you want, whenever you want, with whoever you want, as much as you want to do, you guys. No one's telling you what to do anymore because you got money, you can travel, you can fly, you can drive, you can do whatever you want to go do. Retire mom, retire dad, have a nice life, have a nice car, have a nice house, and have a nice lifestyle, meaning no more existing. You can actually start living life. Is the biggest thing, the most important business, the most important thing to Zach Babiarz, you guys, that he said to help him get to where he is, you know, right now in this business, you guys, is personal development. Once again, if you're not personally developing yourself, man, I don't know what the heck, you know, you're doing. Get on there, listen to successful people. Brad told me, you know what, you want to be a millionaire, Alex? Listen to millionaires. You want to be a billionaire? Listen to billionaires. And you want to be broke? Listen to your people in the family. Listen to your professor. Listen to your teacher. They don't know anything about making money. For once again, I know there's parents on the phone tonight. I support college. I support school. I support studying. I support SATs. I support PhDs. I support every single thing. But the one thing I support most is getting your MBA from Vima University. MBA means massive bank account, you guys. Get your MBA, and when you have money, you can go out there, help a lot of people, change a lot of lives, you guys. So next up, you guys, we're getting there. I know we've been on the line now for close to 45 minutes. If this business, if this call is not, you know, interesting you anymore, I highly doubt it is. But guess what? You're going to hang up the phone. Go do whatever you want to do. But I guarantee you, you're going to stay on the phone and listen and grind and engage in the information, you guys. So next up, last, certainly, you know, not least here, you know, my boy Darik Alexander. He is definitely, I don't know, some call him the Energizer Bunny. Some call him, you know, all knowing. Some call him just the man. Whatever you want to call him, man. Just the bottom line is the kid knows what he's doing. I've learned a lot. I was actually in Oregon with him for 48 hours, you know, 2 weeks ago, and I learned a lot about, you know, life in general and how to tap into your subconscious. And really, you know, the deeper meaning, you know, this whole Beamer thing is I know that him and his crew up in the Northwest, you guys, you know, Darik, for those of you that don't know, you know, went 0 to ambassador in a record amount of time, you guys, and they're doing this business, not just to retire mom, not just to retire dad, but to legitimately change the world and literally create a generational movement of young people to go out there and do something positive, do something to better themselves in life. So Darik Alexander, my man, if you're out there, man, share with everybody why you're excited, why you're so fired up, what keeps you up at night, a little bit about your story, and really why everybody on this line needs to hang up the phone if they can go out there and take all-out massive action.
What up, guys? Man, I am excited to be on the call. I just want to quickly shout out Diego, Cody, Nick, and Zach, because, I mean, guys, they have some really good validity in what they're saying. I want you to listen to what I'm about to say. I want you to take it in. I want you to understand, guys, this is a big deal, and I didn't know a lot of this information when I first got on board with Vima, but with anything in life, practice makes perfect, and you need to listen up, because if you think Vima is the vehicle that's going to take you everywhere, look, guys, that is the first step. This is a stepping stone to a movement. A lot of you may not even understand. When you first got on board this business, you woke up, right? You slept less, you thought more, and your mind started expanding. Well, guess what? There are so many freaking things out there you don't even have an ounce of knowledge about because you need to start self-educating yourself. So I'm going to say really quickly, guys, if you're motivated, you're ambitious, you feel like you're that type of person, always have motivation, it doesn't matter. No one cares at all. Or you could go to a group of 2,000 people and go, don't raise your hand if you think you're motivated. And guess what? All 2,000 won't raise their hand. But guess what? They're still broke. Motivation does not matter. What matters is your teachability that's it. That's what you got to think about. So, as soon as you have this teachability index, if you go, I got it, I get it, I have a high teachability index, you lost it. You have no teachability index because you think you got it. You never got it. You never know. You're not the smartest person on the planet. You're the dumbest one. Donald Trump, Warren Buffett, J.P. Morgan. The reason they're so opulent, the reason they're so wealthy is because they have the highest teachability index you could possibly have. So whenever there's a new situation, they don't think, oh, I'm the best at it. They think, wow, there's so much knowledge you need to gain. So your teachability index, your high ability to learn, and your willingness to accept change. When I moved to Oregon about 7 months ago, we started self-educating ourselves. Me and my mastermind group, my mastermind crew, people that we're going to be billionaires with all around the world, changing things, we created a mastermind group and we raised our teachability index. We started self-educating ourselves. We stopped learning in the public education, started unlearning a lot of things we were taught. And we started realizing that our willingness to learn and our ability to accept change was moderately low. So we started raising it. And guess what happened? We created what we call a culture of excellence. So my mastermind group, we created what's called a culture of excellence. And we started self-educating ourselves, and lo and behold, unbeknownst to many, we started growing our conscious mind to a level that we have not done before. So you got to understand, as you're waking up in this business, you're consciously waking up too. We are literally doing ourselves, our mastermind group, as a higher level of thinking than people around us because we're seeing higher level results. So when you listen to Diego's story, guys, it was perfect example because that's me. He is being very vulnerable with his story. He's letting people see the things he's gone through. It wasn't a cakewalk. If you notice, every single leader on this call, it wasn't easy. So all of you guys want to be there, you want to be in that spot. Well, guess what? Maybe you have to go through some stuff. Maybe you have to go through some struggle. Because what I saw was every single person has gone through some BS, some hard times, but I think this is what dictates someone's success. So many of you hear things in your life and you call them facts. You need to be able to differentiate the difference between facts and opinions. Because 99% of the things you hear in your life are not facts. They're opinions. What your friends say, what your parents say, what the billionaire across the street says, what your dog says, they're not facts. They're not telling you facts. They are telling you opinions. And opinions are the cheapest commodity on the entire planet. Because every human being has a flock of opinions that they wish for everyone to hear in and take in and listen to. But we get so lazy, we let other people do the thinking for us instead of us doing the thinking for ourselves. That's why self-education is key. Because you're invoking your own genius from within that's been there the whole time. It's just been sleeping. And FEMA is helping wake it up. FEMA is the giant that's waking up your genius. So guys, I'm going to tell you a fact that some of you may not know, but whether you take this as validity or you take this as fiction, we don't really care. But Albert Einstein and Thomas Edison collectively agreed, and in my opinion, they're some of the smart people on the planet, the geniuses, that your brain, okay, your brain, the thing your skull has inside of it, is the number one most advanced radio receptor on the entire planet, more advanced than a phone, more advanced than a radio. It is the number one highest frequency receptor on the entire planet, most technologically advanced. So when you have a thought in your mind, when you create a thought, your thought is an actual thing, okay? And it is moving faster than the speed of light, and every single thought first has a vibration. So a thought that goes in your mind, whether it's I'm hungry or whether it's even hard or anything, every single thought, the thousands and thousands of thoughts you have each day are first a vibration, either a negative vibration or a positive vibration. Those vibrations then transfer into frequencies, which then transfer into emotions in your body. So you wonder why people that think negatively all the time get negative results. Well, the frequencies in their mind, the thoughts in their mind are first negative, which creates a negative vibration, which then creates a negative emotion, which then creates negative reality. So my mastermind crew, we created a culture of excellence so we can control these frequencies, so we can control these vibrations, so we can control this thought realm. And what I realized was, with this culture of excellence, every person I've seen successful in FEMA, every single one, they have not asked if they can do it. They've asked, how quickly can I do it? Guess what? Lo and behold, they do it. So when you look at people like Diego, like Nick, like Zach, like Cody, at no point were they like, I can't do it. They're like, how quickly do I need to go? How fast can I make it happen? Because they already accepted it happen. How you do it really doesn't matter at all. How you do it does not matter. It's just that you know you will. And if you don't know you will yet, you got to start re-educating yourself, developing yourself, until you're that person that knows for a fact that it doesn't matter how, but it matters that you will. vibration, into emotion, into reality. And if all your thoughts are the wrong things, you better learn to control your thoughts. And you can learn it step by step, failure through failure, and you will grow. So change your paradigm. Stop putting your failures and failures. They're not failures. It's the building blocks to your success. You see Cody Barton doesn't want to tell a story about how he worked at McDonald's. He loves that now because he started from the bottom. You think Diego doesn't want to talk about how he got his mom out, how Nick had to get fired because of his facial hair? No. They started from the bottom to help build their story. Some of you guys are you're so dumb people think you're not wanting to get vulnerable in your story. So people have no empathy towards you because they're not buying you, but they're buying you. You should know empathy, they can't relate to you. They're not going to get on board in your business because you're not vulnerable. So with that, start self-educating yourself, find your mastermind crew, stop learning and start unlearning what you've been taught, and create your own culture of freaking excellence, because Avila is just a platform. It's the first freaking step. If you want to know the things that are happening, you want to get up to date, you want to up your knowledge, there are things going on, you can hit me up in contact, and I'll start teaching you the things that are happening on this planet where Avila is going to be the tool to revolutionize everything for our people.
Heck yeah, well, all I can say after that is, wow, that is some intense information, man. Awesome knowledge. I really appreciate you jumping on the line tonight. And, guys, Cody from Darik, you guys, is willingness to learn. You have to be willing to learn the information. You guys need to create a culture of excellence within your group, guys. Create a culture of excellence. I love that. He said self-educate yourself. Obviously, if you're not self-educating yourself, you guys, I don't know what you're doing, man. Study successful people, figure out what's going on there on the planet, you guys, and go out there and make it happen. And the last thing I took from him is if you think positive, your life will become what? Positive. Darik Alexander quote said, the people who think negatively all the time, their lives are negative, you guys. So if you want to think negative, your life's going to be negative. If you want to think positive, your life's going to be what? Positive. So, last but certainly not least, if he's out there, guys, I'm going to introduce you guys to Mr. Brad Alcassi. You got a 27-year-old, multi-millionaire, but guess what? It's not the money that makes Brad. It's not his Rolls Royce that makes Brad. It's not the watch that makes Brad. Brad Alcassi, at the age of 27 years old, is now earning multiple six-figure income a month, you guys. You know what he does? He still works his ass off. He's not in Bora Bora, partying on the beach. He's not in Cuba, laying on the beach. He's not in Vegas, getting drunk, partying with all his friends. You know what he's doing? He's traveling around the nation, helping his people get to where they want to go. The guy is 27 years old, making over $100,000 a month, okay? And he's still continuing to work his butt off. His work ethic is legitimately sickening. And guess who I'm learning from? There's Scott. Guess who Nick Ptak learning from me? You're learning from Darik, guys. We all learn from the source, you guys. So this right here, right now, is Brad Alcassi, the source, the YPR, mentor, leader, the guy that taught me legitimately everything. And honestly, God saved my life. And honestly, if you're on the phone tonight, guess what? If he didn't call me that one day 2 years ago, none of you would be probably in FEMA. So definitely pay attention. Put your phone on silent. Stop texting. Stop talking to your girlfriend. Stop talking to your boyfriend. Stop drinking. Stop talking about partying. And listen up for the next 5 minutes to Brad Alcassi to share a couple of his thoughts on the future, why he's excited, and why right now is the time of your life to go out there, take action, and make it happen. So without further ado, Brad Alcassi.
Well, hey guys, Brad Alcassi here. Great to be with you. Alex, and to all leaders, thanks for inviting me on the call. I thought this was a great idea to have a summer kickoff call, and so great to share a few thoughts with you, and for our previous guys sharing their thoughts. You guys did phenomenal, and I took a lot of things from each one of you, and I think it's a special time for all of us to be on this call. I said it, the other day that I really believe right now that this call is going to be a diving board into the summer. It's really going to help us, get focused in on what we need to do to take our business to the next level. Because remember, wherever you are in Beamer today, it's really going to be, right now, this week, tonight, what you do now will determine where you're going to be by the fall. And I'm excited because, I want to be the guy to take this to the moon and get Jesus on a silver pack. But really, I like that, Alex. But basically, guys, let me give you a few things to think on and what to focus on throughout the summer, really to help take your business to the next level. I heard Darik talk about change. It makes me reflect back when I met with Bob Proctor, all the time, and I was looking for change in my Avila business, and I really believe, a lot of what, Darik talks about and what you think about grows, especially in your attitude, but change is important, and if you're in the business today and you're not growing, if you're in the business today and you're not where you want to be, you've got to change it up. That was where I met with Bob that day. I remember the one thing that really hit home with me when I left was he said, Brad, you have to do something different. You have to change it up to make the model, making what you used to do obsolete. So whatever you've been doing, if it's not working, change it up. Make a new habit, make a new culture, that makes what you've been doing old and obsolete. And I really believe that was where the turning point in my business happened. Hence when the YPR began, when I met Alex. And so, I really think that was a key thing. Darik, great job talking on that. One thing I took from Zach, is really a mentor. Many people in the business need a mentor. Now, a mentor could be a Bob Proctor. It could be a Darren Hardy. It could be a Robert Kiyosaki, the big people we read and hear. But a mentor can also be someone, in your own area, a gold or a diamond, somebody who's already achieved where you want to be. So I encourage you today to ask yourself, who's your local mentor? Who's your person that you kind of have locked arms with? Who are you hanging on to their coattails in a sense, where that person on a regular basis, and I think that was what was so special, you guys, when I met Alex and we became friends. That day we met, and started working together. Pretty much, since that day we've been working together, but, we really became buddies and locked arms that we knew we could trust each other. And I think, he obviously was willing to trust me, and as a mentor, I do the same with my dad and with DK, and I think that's so important that you find someone to lock arms with, that on a daily basis you're communicating. You're talking with that person, you're getting some great information, you're getting up to speed on what's happening, because day in, day out we're all busy. We all have a life that's going a million miles an hour, so you've got to find somebody that you can team up and lock arms with, especially this summer. You guys, this summer right now, things are going to take off. This business is going to explode. One, for the young people, the YPR people, we don't have class, there's no homework, there's really no distractions, there's no more excuses. Like I said, this business now within BEMA is not, questionable, it's not debatable, it's proven. The amount of success stories we're creating, I've never seen this happen in network marketing. I've never seen any of the big companies ever do what we're doing. And I don't know if this will ever happen again. And that's why I'm so excited for each and every one of you on this call. And I had a kid the other day who says, everybody knows about Verve and the YPR. You're out of your mind, dude. There's no way everybody in the college market in America knows what this is. There's no way people at all the bigger universities that I could spit off. I could name off universities that we don't even have groups in. So my point in today is, you guys, is that we are in the right place at the right time. You want to basically start to look at where you're at. What are you doing? What are your habits? Are you willing to change it up a little bit? Maybe you're doing a lot of three-way calls. Maybe you're doing a lot more one-on-ones. Maybe you're doing some home events. Maybe you need to change it up a little bit and try something a little bit different. Maybe you want to change it up. What I changed up doing was doing a lot of one-on-one meetings, and I started doing a lot of home events. So think about what you do and really where you're at, and maybe look at some different changes. Change can also come in the way you invite, the way you approach. Like Darik said, it's a lot of how, you think and what you think about. And so I think through when you talk to somebody. When I ask this guy or I talk to this person about, getting together or meeting up, would I hear from that guy and be interested? Ask yourself that. What you're saying to that individual. So really master, and if not, change it up, your invite, and master changing up, how you tell the story. Whether that be through home events, three-way calls, small meetings. And again, I encourage you to find a mentor. Find somebody that on a daily basis you're texting, you're talking to, you're hanging out with, you're going to have a sandwich, you're hanging out with somebody on a regular basis that you can kind of lock arms with. Because again, Alex is not in everybody's backyard every day. I'm not, and any of the leaders aren't. So you need to find somebody locally that you can pair up with, a running partner. That's what I look back at, and that's what Alex and I became, was running partners in the business. And, and there was days that Alex was frustrated. There was days that I was frustrated and disappointed. I used to tack, and, we would put Burger King applications on his door to make sure, we'd get up and get after it, so we would not have to, basically, be disappointed if this thing, was going to, we didn't want to be disappointed at the end, and we had to stay motivated. So my encouragement today is, one, change it up a little bit if you're not happy where you are. Also, on that same note, though, if you are growing, if you're having success, if you are rank advancing, or people in your business are, don't need to switch up a whole lot. Just keep doing what you're doing. Be consistent. One young guy asked me, he says, how are you so successful? I said, I've been incredibly consistent. And so, that one thing is very important. And don't switch up too much if your business is growing, and yet just add a little bit more personal development. I've seen some groups in my business take personal development on a little bit more, and they've seen to grow a little bit more efficient. I've seen some groups, take on different things, as far as my personal development. Some people do Super Sundays where they get together and they have like their team, get together a pizza, and they strategize and they start fighting for the week. And so different things, you guys, this summer will really, switch it up a little bit, but spice it up and really help you get your business off and running. The one thing that I do on a regular basis, here's the one thing that I wanted to touch on, and it's what all the leaders that spoke today also do so very well, is I create a culture. So what I try to do is create a culture with a new person, with a new team, a new group, a new area. A culture is what people buy into. People like to feel a part of something, and a culture is where people are going to be able to go to, to really get fed. And I think a culture really for me is a culture of home events. I'm on the road right now with my buddy Benny, Nick Ptak, Christian, and a lot of guys, Ryan Young, and we're over here in basically the Pennsylvania area, and I'm heading back into Ohio today. And more or less, we have a culture of doing home events. We had 2 yesterday, we got 2 today. A culture of small meetings, a culture of home events is really where I thrive, and I notice I see the best for me. Now, it might be different from you. Maybe some of you do well in a one-on-one setting. You might do good on Skypes and Ubus. But find yourself a culture and develop that culture around your team where your people, your team know they can go to and plug in. Maybe that's getting together, late-night owl sessions. We get a lot done. We have a culture sometimes of getting the guys together. We're not drinking, we're not smoking, we're not partying. We're sitting down and we're brainstorming. We're talking about goals. We're talking about our week. And I think when you create a culture of home events, that's the one thing I do is I fill my week up with home meetings. If you cannot control your schedule, you really do not have control of your business. And meaning that, the most important thing we have in our lives is time. And the thing that right now we are in the right place at the right time, but you have got to control your schedule and make sure you're being efficient. That's why I love what Cody Barton said. He says, I'm really good at working, 80% of my business with 20% of the people. He's able to sort through the team to find the people who have a serious desire for change. He's looking for the serious ones that really want to make this happen. And again, not everybody's going to come out the gate and swing away and hit grand slams, but you've got to, allow those newest people also to buy and get into the culture. And I think that's important, to create a culture of 1, sharing the story, and number 2, success stories. That's what I focus on in having home events. And I think within that, and the last kind of thought on that, is really the fact that when I've ever working with Alex, said to myself, if I'm the one always talking at the meeting, if I'm the one always doing the meeting and sharing my story, it'll never duplicate. I remember when Alex hit gold in my head, I said, I've got to make you talk. Alex, you're getting up, you're talking tonight, you're talking. And that was the beginning stages of when Alex Morton became a leader. And I really think that's what you need to do. If you're in the business and you're a bronze, silver, gold, you're a leader, you have to talk. You have to share your story. And you have to become a leader in a sense where, people are going to do what you do. And that's what we've done such a good job of. We create a culture of home events. We create a culture of success stories. And we have a culture of the newest bronze, silvers, and golds talking. And if you keep the main thing, I really believe you're going to see your business take off. The one thing I emphasize, the one thing I think that hits home, and when we talk about, at least with the YPR and young people specific, again, there are some parents on the call, and it would be a little bit different maybe, unless you were talking with young people as well. But the one thing I hit on a lot is the job market, student loans, and $10 an hour. That is the meat and potatoes of my meeting. That's what people can relate to. It resonates. And just about every young person agrees, whether or not they want to do the business, that hits home. And so my point today is really keep the main thing. Share the story. Share the product and the concept. And what I really find and when I work with people is people don't really care about what you know until they know you care. So I try to show them a game plan. I show them a map. I show them a vision of how they can get out of their part-time job in a new car and go full-time. And I don't care if you're a bronze, a silver, if you've enrolled 2 people and you're not even bronze yet. The newest person that joins, the newest person that gets with you and on your team needs to know that. They want to know the numbers. They want to know how to reach silver and gold and diamonds. So you better know. And they want to know that you got their back. And I think that that's something that you've got to create as a culture where your team can plug into home events, Skypes and Uber calls, things like that, where they can be a part of the team, but yet you've got to get them involved in sharing their story, sharing their why, as you heard many of the guys, Diego and many that shared their why in the beginning of the call, Nick as well. And I'm excited for you guys because you're hearing stories, Zach Babiarz, Cody Barton, these guys that came really from zero, came from nothing, and have become unbelievable success stories. But there's no difference between you and them at all. The only difference is a little bit of time. A little bit of time, and that's the only thing between you and me. The difference between Alex and I is time. I've been doing it a little bit longer, and I firmly believe that everybody on this call is in the right place at the right time. We are at a better point 6 months, 6 months ago, we didn't have the things we have today. The resources, the success stories, the tools. A year ago, things were much different. We are at a better point in time, and this is a diving board for you to get your butt in motion, get fired up, get excited. We're going to the moon, but if you do not get your head on straight, get your priorities right, prioritize, not procrastinate. Make this a priority, and your life will change. You guys, this summer is going to be the summer we will never forget. I promise you, we are working harder than we ever have. We're getting better, more efficient. Alex, I'm proud of you for putting this call together. For all the people on this call, set your bar high, set your goals up there, and let's start working backwards. Reverse engineer it. Look at the numbers. Where are you at? Where do you need to get to by the end of the 30-day period? This weekend in San Diego, we have the Elevate event with Robert Kiyosaki, Darren Hardy, Joseph McClendon. Going to be a phenomenal day on Saturday. Plug in if you're not going to be able to be available at the event. But it's going to be an awesome thing in Saturday in San Diego. And again, I encourage all of you to get to August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. The next level leadership coming up in San Diego in August is going to be really the nuts and bolts. It's going to teach you the mechanics. It's going to give you really the ABCs of how to build a big business. That's coming up in August. And again, that is really the halfway point between convention, and it will really help you, at the end of summer, get ready for the fall. So you guys, I'm proud of all of you for taking the time to be on here today. Thanks for having me on, Alex. I'm proud of you as well for making this happen. You guys, stay focused, stay excited, create a culture of home events, create a culture of success stories, and you will never look back.
Awesome. Well, hey, thanks, Brad. Really appreciate you taking the time to jump on the call. So really quick, thank you, Nick, Ptak, Cody, Barton, Diego, Zach, Babiarz, Darik, Alexander, and Brad O'Cassin. Guys, I know this is a longer call. I know it's Thursday, but we just got an hour of knowledge, an hour of bettering yourself, bettering your life, bettering the business, you guys. And go out there and make it happen. Just go out there, light yourself on fire, and go out there and just make it happen. You guys, keep your why close to you, set scary goals, develop a game plan like Brad O'Cassin said. You guys, and go out there, make it happen. We'll see you guys Saturday in San Diego, and if not, August 1, 2, and 3 in San Diego Next Level Leadership Weekend. So thanks for getting on the call today. Have a great day. Go out there, get fired up, make it happen, change your life, and make the rest of your life the best of your life. Rack them up. Talk to you guys soon.